CNN is like almost wall-to-wall coverage on the death of Dick Cheney.
It's their hero.
You know what? We talked about it earlier. What will conservatives remember Dick Cheney for? Weapons of mass destruction.
Yep.
Right?
Including his shotgun.
Including his shotgun. Not funny. We're not laughing at anything regarding the death of Dick Cheney. That's not what we do here at Nashville's Morning News. But you know what? When somebody of political prominence dies, then the only thing that you can do is talk about what they'll be remembered by. And Dick Cheney, a Republican, of course, vice president, he, in his infinite wisdom, decided to endorse Kamala Harris instead of Donald Trump in Trump's second run for the White House. So, I mean, that's what I know him for. And shooting somebody in the head, in the face.
Would you say that would make him an establishment shill?
I think what it does is it really personifies the difference between the current state of the Republican Party and somebody like, Donald Trump and the MAGA movement and Dick Cheney. I think that, that really tells you the difference between those two, because Dick Cheney, I mean, I don't want to get in the whole Dick Cheney thing, but when he decided that he was going to support Kamala Harris, it was like, all right, you know what? You do you, man. You do you. But clearly, I mean, one of the last things that he did was really stick a middle finger to the Republican Party. And it was a middle finger to MAGA. And there's a lot of people who listen to this radio station who are MAGA. And I don't see that as a bad thing. I don't see MAGA as something that is derogatory, but somebody like Dick Cheney did, and he supported Kamala Harris. So one of the last things that he ever did was stick his middle finger at, his political party. And he clearly doesn't like or didn't like the direction of the Republican Party. Well, that's fine. But, I mean, sometimes you've just got to think, wow, really, is that what I want my legacy to be? As a longtime Republican and a former vice president, he was a heartbeat away. Dick Cheney was a heartbeat away from the presidency. And then he decides to go ahead and support the Democrats in a presidential election. That is insanity, but that's what he did. So I'm sorry I can't sit here and just, extol the virtues of Dick Cheney's political career. I don't want death on anyone, obviously, and I would never celebrate anyone's death. Absolutely not. That's what the difference is. That's the big difference between Democrats and Republicans. I don't wish death on anybody. I don't celebrate death. I don't celebrate violence. The Democrats do. But boy, they're honoring Dick Cheney on CNN. There's a lot going on today.
I don't know why it made me want to look at his net worth.
Dick Cheney? Oh, wait,
Yeah.
let me guess. Hold on, let me guess. Joan.
Yeah.
Let's guess what Dick Cheney's net worth is. Hold on.
All right.
So I believe that Dick Cheney was probably worth about $212 million.
I'm going to go 500.
Wow. Joan's going 5.
500
okay.
mil.
All right. What was Dick Cheney's net worth?
So the last time we had it tracked was in 2012. It was $32 million. However, recent estimates by CelebrityNetwork.com placed his wealth at much higher, approximately $150 million, making him one of the richest vice presidents in American history.
There you go. I win, Joan.
Na, 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 na.
Neener. Anyway, so there you go. So Dick Cheney dead at the age of 84.
You won Matthew Hurt's pants.
All right. Hey, you want to play a game?
Are we going to do fun with audio?
We can call it fun with audio. We can call it Poor Michelle Obama.
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear what she said?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Just stop it already, Michelle Obama.
I know.
So she is out there is she trying to gin up like some sympathy? Is that what Michelle Obama is trying to do?
She's always kind of cried, oh, nobody loved me.
Oh, give it a rest.
Yeah.
Come on, Michelle.
So she's on with Gayle King, and this is what she had to say.
You said we were all too aware that as a first black couple, we couldn't afford any missteps.
Yeah.
And you also say, as a black woman, I was under a particularly white-hot glare. Did you feel?
You think that white is kind of a double entendre thing there?
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Just try, because that's what they do, man.
Yeah.
They make everything, the Obamas make everything about race.
About race. Yep.
And what I don't understand is, let me finish the whole thing. Hold
You
on.
said we were all too aware that as a first black couple, we couldn't afford any missteps.
Yeah.
And you also say, as a black woman, I was under a particularly white hot glare. Did you feel that?
For sure. You can't afford to get anything wrong because you didn't get at least until the country came to know us, we didn't get the grace that I think some other families have gotten.
You said we were
All right, so that is, and by the way, I'm told that is not Gayle King. Who is that? That interviewer?
It may be her brother. I mean, she's often on this show with her brother. So
No. Who is the interviewer? It's an ABC News person. I don't know who that is.
Okay, I thought
I
that
said it was Gayle King, but apparently it's not Gayle King.
Okay.
To be perfectly honest, I get them all mixed up.
It sounds like a guy.
I don't know who it is, but I was going to completely detest what Michelle Obama said there.
Here's what I don't get, is that Barack Obama was 2 times. He was voted into the presidency with an adoring public. I mean, it was like Camelot all over again, right? And so here's the deal. I would say to Michelle Obama, then you can talk. But people don't hate Obamacare because Barack Obama was black. They hate Obamacare because it's too damn expensive, and it was forced upon the American people and had a lot, and still does, have a lot of negative impacts on the American people. And so, Michelle, that has nothing to do with the color of your skin. It has everything to do with the policies that your husband brought into our government.
That was Robin Roberts.
Robin Roberts.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what white hot microscope she thought she was under. When I was in middle school, 7th grade, he was elected president in his first term. The entire school, granted I went to a historically black school at the time, stopped everything. All classes stopped, and we watched the entirety of the inauguration from class to class. We were, when Obama was being sworn in, we were told to stand up and put our hands over our hearts and do the whole nine. And as a kid, I was left with a sense of, wow, this is a really important day for our country and for our history. And it was in a lot of ways because, we got to see how typically Democrats are trying to screw people over.
Do you remember, Joan, when El Rushbo said, I hope that he fails?
Yes, I do.
Oh, my goodness gracious. And so it was like the wrath of all of the media. Rush Limbaugh, oh, my gosh, he says that he hopes that Barack Obama fails. What a racist. And
can you believe he would say that?
I remember sitting in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I'm thinking, wait a minute. I hope that he fails, too, because he's got very bad ideas for America. And I think it was John McCain who said something about, and I don't remember what the exact quote is, but something about how he wishes him all the best of luck and all that kind of stuff. And I remember thinking, why would he say that?
Yeah.
And John McCain was always...
Because he considered himself the maverick.
Oh.
Remember?
Whatever.
He was the maverick.
But there's nothing wrong with what Rush Limbaugh said because, I mean, look at what Barack Obama did, for example, to health care, right? So he had bad ideas. Barack Obama had bad ideas, and it, again, has nothing to do with skin color. But remember this, I would also say to Michelle Obama, is that it was Barack Obama himself who brought race into things that, frankly, he should have stayed out of. Remember the controversy? I had to look this up. I had to remember that there was the Harvard professor who got arrested. He was trying to break into like his own house because he was locked out. Cops were called by a neighbor, and they arrested this Harvard professor for literally breaking into his own home. So, the police realized they're wrong. They dropped the charges. But then Barack Obama comes out, where he mentions that police have a long history of stopping African Americans and Latinos disproportionately. So he is the one that brought race into a lot of things where, frankly, it didn't need to go. And he's the one that did that.
Do you remember he said that the Cambridge police acted stupidly?
Yes, I remember that too. The Cambridge police acted stupidly. Then he said with Trayvon Martin, if I had a son, he'd look like Trayvon.
Yeah.
Fanning the flames of the Trayvon Martin case as well. So I love how, she's like, oh, victims of racism and all this BS. Yeah. No, you are the ones that kept bringing in race over and over again when, frankly, it did not apply. So it's the Obamas that are the ones that keep bringing up race. And by the way, again, he was elected twice. So spare me, Michelle Obama. Good Lord. Hey, Mason, is it still foggy out there? It's still foggy at 8:21? Good Lord, man. Okay.
It's always foggy in the host chair.
At least until 9. Then, of course, Chris Hand comes in. And by the way, coming up, the brewing war, Joan, the brewing war that is happening at WTN. And Chris and I are going to talk about it coming up at 8:35.
If he gets here.
Is he going to be late? This war is going to escalate if he's going to be late. I'm just kidding. Traffic is backed up on 24?
It is. He's not here yet.
Okay. Well, how bad can it be? Because Mason's actually here on time. All right, moving right along.
Beautiful.
What about Whoopigate? Did you see what happened with Whoopi Goldberg?
Yeah, so what was that? I started to watch that video and I couldn't get to the point at which she did whatever. What did she do wrong? What did she say wrong?
I don't know. See, I don't know what she did wrong. So I've got the audio. We're going to go ahead and play it. This is audio. This is Whoopi Goldberg, and apparently she was told to correct the issue immediately. Here is Whoopi Goldberg on The View.
The Trump family has made about $1.8 billion profited off of this government. And he said that Joe Biden didn't know who he was pardoning using an auto pen. How come he don't know who this guy is?
Because he used an auto pen. The meetings that they're supposed to go to when they're listening to, what the hell, what?
Okay, so Whoopi Goldberg made the claim that Donald Trump was using auto pen, I guess, to pardon people. That was the joke. It wasn't a joke. I mean, it didn't look. If you see Whoopi Goldberg, she said it's stone cold face, the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know, like resting Whoopi face. So apparently that got everybody upset. And so I forget her name. Sunny Hostin?
Yeah.
Sunny sends a note to Whoopi Goldberg, and basically, because Sunny's a lawyer, right? So Sunny writes a note to Whoopi Goldberg and triggers Whoopi because it's like, no. You've got to clarify that Donald Trump did not use AutoPen to pardon this particular person. And I haven't kept up with the whole who he pardoned, whatever. So
the meetings that they're supposed to go to when they're listening to,
so
what
the hell? The note has been given.
I love when Sonny passes notes.
We don't know if Trump used an auto pen to pardon. It was a joke.
Yes. We don't know if Trump used an auto pen.
Oh, come on.
But we do know that he didn't know who that crypto guy was.
Well, I'm sorry.
So Whoopi is now ripping up the note from, what's her name?
Sunny Hostin.
Yes.
So the issue was that if you remember the founder of Binance, CZ Zhao.
Okay.
President Trump, he pardoned him. So they're saying that what they're saying is that he used the auto pen to pardon him, but he didn't. So that's why.
So the reason why they're saying that he used an auto pen, and I apologize if I'm shanking the story, but the reason why they're saying that Trump may have used an auto pen, air quoting, is because Trump said he didn't really know that he had at some point, I guess, done business or something with this guy.
Yeah.
Is that the accusation?
Yeah, Binance is the world's largest crypto exchange. And so literally she said the Trump family has made about $1.8 billion, profited off of this government, and said that Joe Biden didn't know who he was pardoning using an auto pen. How come you don't know who this guy is?
What I'm so confused about, the Democrats need to make up their mind. Because remember, Joan, when they used to always say that Donald Trump is not a millionaire or billionaire and he's flat broke?
Right.
Remember that?
Yes.
Well, which is it? Is he flat broke, or did he make $1.8 billion working with this guy from BitDance or whatever it is? Is it BitDance, ByteDance, whatever? What is it, Joan?
It's Binance. Binance.
And clearly, I haven't paid attention to this story.
So after Sunny Hostin said that, Whoopi Goldberg said, Oh, that's because he used an auto pen. And
Yes.
that's why Sonny Hostin said, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like,
We got it. Yeah, lawyers, come on. Hold on. Here's the rest of it.
You know, the hardest thing about this job now is no one understands nuance.
Oh my goodness. No, that's what Whoopi Goldberg is.
Yeah.
If you're watching on YouTube, you know that when she said about Donald Trump using an auto pen, that she said it with, again, resting Whoopi face. There's no joke involved there. And Sonny, being the lawyer, is telling her, watch what you say, because we may have to end up paying a lot more money to Donald Trump.
You know when you hear a joke, when somebody's fooling around, when they're not saying something specific, especially on this show. I'm very specific when I'm pointing stuff out. When I'm making jokes, you know when I'm making jokes. This is ridiculous.
hold on.
There you go.
Do you remember when President Trump was joking on the podium and said, hey, go find those votes? Everybody, go find those 33,000 votes, was it?
33,000 emails.
Emails. Go find those 33,000
I think it was,
emails.
hey, Russians, if you're listening, find the
That's it.
33,000, it is Hillary Clinton's server, that whole thing.
Yeah, but that was not a joke. I mean, they actually...
Yeah, that was Donald Trump being tongue-in-cheek and all that kind of stuff. But, Whoopi Goldberg is saying
launched
that
an investigation of him.
Yep. Oh, the whole thing.
Yep.
Launched investigation, destroyed, parts of his presidency, tried to, all right, I got to go because Mason's getting mad. It is 8:27. Real quick, Joan, what's coming up in the news?
Well, a pedestrian had been struck and killed by a train yesterday, and also a recall of something that may be in your freezer. We'll check it out next at 8:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. I do it fast enough?
No, you know what? I just thought of a joke about something that is in the freezer. And I just started laughing about something Bill Clinton might say about something in the freezer because his wife is Hillary. Do you get what I'm saying?
I got it.
Okay, good. I mean, Joan, I don't know why you can't stay on time today.
It's all my fault, Dan.
And then we had
Totally.
to like delay this segment while Chris got here. So then,
it's my fault.
We've all been waiting for Chris.
It's my fault.
He walked in and he said,
Chris, I don't think Dan's taking responsibility well.
Listen, Chris walked in. Mm-hmm. True or false, Chris?
I did walk in. That's true.
You walked in and you said, hold on for a few minutes. I've got to go to the bathroom.
No.
And so we had to put this
That's
segment
fake.
off.
That's fake news.
It's not fake news.
That's fake news. I said, do we have time for me to run to the bathroom? Because I would have held it. I would have sat here like Gavin Newsom with my legs crossed if I needed to, Dan.
But would you have used your hands to talk and do all kinds of mime things that he does when he talks to people?
He is. He's like a mime.
He's weird. Sorry.
I think he's, and they were focusing on, hey, Chris, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So I noticed that online, they were focusing on Gavin Newsom's shoes. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Now, there's no context to this whatsoever, but I noticed that, he's doing his whole, as Joe just said, his miming thing.
He looks like, to me, like a sneaker pastor. We've all seen the sneaker pastors, the guys that really make a lot of money doing the pastoring.
Yeah.
And they wear the really, really fancy Air Jordans.
Well, they'll wear he was wearing Air Jordans, and so you've got the...
And he had his jeans on. He looked like a sneaker pastor. That was my big issue.
Well, some of the people, like with the whole sneaker thing, because I've actually noticed this on like football broadcasts or whatever, they'll have a suit on, but then they wear the really expensive sneakers. And I've never really understood that look. But I mean, Amy says it's what all the younger people are doing these days is you dress all highfalutin and then you put on your Air Jordans, which to me, that just looks dumb.
We've been doing that for years.
Have they?
Yeah.
You ever had a pair of Air Jordans?
Yeah.
Have you really?
Yeah, dude.
I haven't.
We gotta step your game up.
How about no?
You wouldn't wear Air Jordans? Republicans buy shoes too, Dan.
How much is your average pair of Air Jordans?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't afford them.
He works in radio.
I was going to say.
How are you?
I don't know who you think you're talking to, but I've been working in radio a lot longer than you, which means I'm broker than you.
It's true.
Fact check true.
Fact check
right?
true. Dude, last night I was up until we were at the baseball field until 10:30
at night.
At night.
Wow.
We were in. So we have. Let me. I don't want to bury the lead. We have the championship Little League game tonight.
Ooh.
Oh snap!
So last night was the semifinals. Brooks was playing catcher. He's on the Mariners. And it was like the 18-inning L.A. Dodgers, Toronto Blue Jays game.
No kidding.
This game kept going. We thought we were going to lose like 3 or 4 times. The kids didn't give up, and then they kept battling. And then we go into extra innings. The kids played 7 innings of baseball, 7:30 to 10:30. And it got down to the wire to the point where they were putting a runner at second and starting the inning with an out because of how late into the game we got.
Wow.
There was a high school game going on the field next to us that ended before us. These are 8, 9, and 10-year-olds.
So did they stay in it? Were they like up for it, or did?
Oh, they were in
nobody
it.
Snoozing on the field?
No, ma'am.
No.
They were locked in. We were so impressed with those boys.
So
the game had everything. Parents were getting thrown out.
Really?
Wow.
It was bananas. Dan.
So were you coaching one of the bases?
No, I was shouting from the stands.
Okay, so you got kicked out?
Well,
Chris, did you get kicked out?
You got that booming voice thing going for you.
I did not get kicked out.
Okay. Then you got to step it up for tonight.
I do. I shout words of encouragement. Don't worry, ump, you'll get the next one.
You really do that?
No,
Okay.
I don't.
As a former umpire, that would totally get me.
I don't. I'm very kind. I encourage the kids.
So was Brooks, was he inspired by wanting to play like the Toronto Blue Jays because that's where his dad is from, Canada?
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
I think it's a legit question.
He played 7 innings at catcher, my son.
That's a lot of innings at catcher for how old is he?
8.
8. He's 8 years old.
He's 8, and he's a beast.
Oh my goodness!
I was so impressed with him. He hit 3 times, got on base twice.
Okay.
But the whole team was just rocking.
Did you you've taught him how to lean into the pitch and get hit by a pitch?
That was one of my final lessons to him.
Now I'm understanding why you're not a coach.
He didn't take the advice.
He didn't take the advice.
I even walked up to the coach at one point, and I was like, hey, you should walk this kid.
Seriously? Yeah. Oh my! You are one of those guys.
I'm one of those guys.
You are one of those guys.
Like this kid on the A's that was playing first base was an absolute monster.
Yeah.
Just a
Have they
4'2" monster.
Really? Are you checking birth certificates and the whole thing? It sounds like you need to.
I was watching them walk in. I was making sure none of them had tattoos or mustaches. But it was awesome. We got the championship game tonight. Go Mariners.
So, go Mariners. Absolutely. Murphy Show and I got kicked off of YouTube yesterday for the same reason. We played, I believe it was the Saturday Night Live bit that, because I woke up this morning and I saw Matt had posted on either, I think it was Facebook or whatever it was. And he said, "Why didn't Dan warn me?" And it's like,
think about how salty SNL is and NBC is. You do something funny for the first time in years.
Yes.
And then people want to celebrate it and highlight it.
We're drawing attention to the fact that they were actually funny.
And then you get removed from YouTube for it. I saw that happen to you, and me and Mason,
I know, we
made the executive decision to not air the clip because
not only that, but you celebrated my removal from YouTube. I heard about that.
We weren't necessarily celebrating.
Oh, yes, you were. I heard about it from people.
There might have been a few high fives.
Yeah, celebrating's the wrong way to describe that.
It's a competition.
It was. Yeah. By the way, it wasn't high fives. You and Mason were doing high tens.
That's true.
That's what you were doing.
And we jumped up after and bumped bellies.
Did you?
We had a freeze frame at the end. It was so cool.
Mason had a big Y on his belly, and you had a big T on yours, and you're doing the whole thing.
Yeah.
Is that what you were doing?
YT.
YouTube.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying white.
We got to.
I thought that's what you were going for. I was like, what?
No. We've got a brewing war that is going on here behind the scenes at Super Talk 99.7. I do feel like it needs to be addressed.
And it's not a host war.
It's not a host war. It is a war between radio listeners and YouTube or Facebook watchers.
But Facebook watchers are the same as the YouTube viewers.
Yeah, just Super Talk TV viewers. Yeah. Whatever. You're watching the radio show or you're listening on the radio.
Yep.
Now, because I got like attacked.
Did you?
Earlier in the broadcast by several people that said I was selling out to the YouTube people. And, focus on what brought you to the dance.
Oh.
I would like to stay in the dance at least for a few more years. And so I try really hard to serve both radio and YouTube. And I love all of you. I do. But I don't know.
I would say, though, since we've launched the YouTube stuff, the radio audience hasn't missed out on anything.
No.
There's just an added benefit to being able to see the video of the clips that we're playing.
Right. But like if you say, and I'm probably guilty of this, I've heard other people say, look at that, without describing what they're looking at for the radio people. So I need to be cognizant of, and it wasn't you, I need to be cognizant of the fact that there are people that are listening and people that are watching. But we have to do this. Like people seem a little sore that we're promoting the YouTube and not the radio listening. We promote listening of all avenues.
Plus, it's 2025, and I mean, we love radio. That's why we're here. But if we don't keep up with the times, then we're going to get left behind.
Right.
Got to roll with the punches.
We have to continue to build on what we've already, the foundation that's been laid here for us.
Yeah.
For years and years by guys like Phil Valentine and everybody that came before him and guys like you. We have to be able to build on that foundation to grow the radio station. Like, that's important.
And to me, it is also, this is what I don't, 0505 definitely sold out to YouTube. No, I didn't.
Wow.
Whatever.
Are they mad that it's YouTube in particular? Because I've had people mad that we're not focusing more on Rumble. But Rumble is such a janky platform.
Rumble, it's hard with Rumble. I can't buy a follower on Rumble. I finally gave up. I went through about a month-long period. I was putting, really good conservative videos up. Could not get any traction on Rumble whatsoever. And when you look at our numbers, I think we got, pretty much equal parts, I think, Facebook and YouTube, I think. But YouTube.
And Rumble's such a janky platform. Like, I love it. I love it for the free speech. But then we'll go, how long did we go without Rumble? It was like 2 weeks.
2 weeks. And
we had no idea. There was no rhyme or reason why the Rumble page wasn't working. And then all of a sudden it started working again.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we're back. It's so weird. And then to search for 99.7 WTN on Rumble is also janky. I get that people are still mad at YouTube. But you have to fish where the fish are.
Sandra says, some of us don't have time to sit and watch radio, Dan. I'm not saying you need to sit and watch radio. I mean...
But here's the nice thing about YouTube. You can watch it in your free time. It's always there.
That's exactly right. I get off the air at, 9, and by the time I go to bed at like 5 or 6, the viewership has gone up throughout the day. Matt Murphy gets off at 7. His viewership continues on into the night. People can go and watch segments in the past. I think it's like that with all of us.
We've had people that have said to me, at least, and they probably said it to you, it's like, oh, I got home and rewatched that because I wanted to see the video. I wanted to see what in the world was going on in the studio when this happened.
Sally's mad, though, because I've played videos during the commercial breaks exclusively for the YouTube audience.
Yeah.
I've done that a few times.
What do you have to say for yourself, Chris?
It's an added benefit. It's an added benefit, and I don't have to edit the videos. We go completely uncensored during the, and I've done it like once with the EBT videos.
Yeah, that's funny.
And we get to play it uncensored.
Yeah.
Then it was 3 hours of continuous content that day.
Yeah.
Like, you can be mad at me, but I'm going the distance.
This is something, friends, that we have to do. We have to do it. The company has told us to do it. And just to let you folks know, what we are doing here at WTN is widely considered to be, and Chris, you are the leader on this, playing video on our radio shows. And so there's not a lot of folks in radio that are doing that right now. And so, part of this is to keep our corporate overlords off of our back. And but also we like to be cutting edge here.
I mean, I don't, and the corporate overlord part, it doesn't weigh in too much to what we're decision-making process.
No.
We just kind of are reading the tea leaves.
Yes.
And while we're ahead of, this is also the funny part. While we're ahead of the curve when it comes to other conservative radio stations, we're behind the curve when it comes to every YouTube show that's out there.
Right. And all we want to do is get better at doing the YouTube thing, which is why, we're so thrilled. I think next year, you YouTube haters are going to hate this, but we're going to get all new equipment in here. next year.
We have to do it.
Yeah.
The message hasn't changed. It's just the delivery method.
Right. And Chris, you and I both know that the people of Middle Tennessee were clamoring to see what I look like.
This is true. People.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm just
You all right over there, Joan?
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah.
That's funny.
People love to see Dan.
Yeah.
They really don't. You know who the eye candy is on this show? It's Joan.
It's
Joan is
at the moment.
Nope. Nope.
Whatever. Anyway, why can't you show your commercials on YouTube?
That's one of the biggest downfalls that we have on YouTube right now is the long hold screen in between the commercial breaks.
Yeah.
That goes to the company overlords.
Yep.
They say if you're not paying for them, you don't get them. So
yeah, which I think is dumb. But
I agree. Give me some noise.
Yeah, I'd love like a little music or like what Chris and I are doing. We play shorts in between during the commercial breaks just to kind of break up the silence.
9925 has a great point. And this was my big issue with all this. Us hardcore radio listeners rely on theater of the mind. Totally get it.
Yep, I do too.
Yeah.
Totally get it. You know what's weird? Like when I go off and I do like Red Eye Radio or some other station around the country, and I'm only on the radio. I've done so much YouTube broadcasting now that it actually feels kind of weird to know that I'm only on the radio, and by the way, I love. I mean, if I had my druthers, I'd go back to radio only. I would because I love the medium that much. But I know that if I want to make it another 10 years till I retire at the age of 67, I've got to do what I'm doing. So all that to say, we love each and every one of you.
All that to say, like and subscribe. Here's the thing. But this is the other thing that I've said. We have such a large radio audience. Like we are blessed when it comes to conservative talk radio stations, and we are blessed by this audience in so many ways. But if everybody listening to us on the air liked the YouTube page, the digital clout that we would get, like people don't understand this. We would get higher profile interviews. We would get bigger names. People would be knocking on our door to come on the radio station as opposed to the other way around.
Right.
Like, and then it would serve the listeners even more.
That's right.
Like at the end of the day, this is not a self-serving venture. We're here to serve the listening audience.